And we're live under the Saturn Day energy, which is a creepo people energy from last night. We're still in the shit. We're in it to win it. Taking it on. We're embracing the creepo people and what they've come to offer us. Realistically, yeah, you're gonna have to catch last night's video. Who am I? The creepiest of the creepos. I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer and teacher. Shaman, Seer, Oracle, Lightworker, Starseed, Earth Angel. I'm not doing any of that. Mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru. What are these? Evangelist. That's not funny, God. I am your messenger of God, always fighting with God. I am his firstborn, himself in the female form. I am the dark goddess Lilith. In order to keep up with me, you gotta catch last night's video, what I posted on my community page, and anything in my shorts. What happened? Well, Creepo People came up to me yesterday and he started something. And what did he start? Let's get it started. He started a conversation. That was the whole point. It wasn't the fact that he talked, yeah, the audacity. Oh, I love that. I'm going to say that for the rest of my life. That's going to be that's my new trauma response. The audacity. Really? Instead of saying, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. Anyways, the point of the story was I couldn't believe he approached me, but why did we conversate? It was what he was approaching me on. First off, you always come talking some creepy shit. I'm the creepo to talk to, people. What did he talk about? Santeria. I don't practice Santeria, but I got a crystal ball. I practice a million shit, but I don't know nothing at all about that shit. So then this morning I'm walking the dog. It's always walking the dog. I could sit out there for an hour, but the second I walk that damn dog, all kinds of shit hits me. I don't know, maybe it's the blood rushing from my head down to my feet instead of sitting there. Really? Yeah. Anyways, I was walking the dog, and I got the whole download that I need to find out everything. I need to know Santeria. That's what they do. Santa Muerta, and that's why I didn't know it. She's not a goddess, she's a saint. Just like Saint Patrick, Saint Nicholas, Saint fucking this, that, and the other. I don't know the saints. They were humans that they were... Well, I don't know. Obviously, she must have had a story, just like Llorona. They were, you know what I mean? They were of the flesh that created a legacy for themselves in the flesh. They weren't, just high-level spirits that took form. They became high-level spirits through their form. Really? Yeah. And that's where you can, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck was Abraham Lincoln? Was he one of God's angels? No. He was just a starseed, bro, and he's definitely always relevant in our conversations. It's like he made himself, going back to Gandhi and shit. Gandhi wasn't a Buddha reincarnated or anything like that, and that's how they made their names in time. So going back to this, I've been approached multiple times. The whole Latin community knows this teaching, this magical teaching. It's one of their most familiar magical teachings. I just don't know it. And as the High Priestess that is, you know what I mean, that teaches all sorts of mysticism, I have been accelerated, which was the Hierophant card that we got before. The Hierophant card talks about higher learning, right? I'm sure it's right here. I didn't shuffle my cards because we were talking about, there it is, told you. It talks about higher learning. There's the devil again, you motherfucker. And there's the Three of Swords. These are all the cards I didn't shuffle them. I'll shuffle them out that I got the card. But that card came in multiple times, and I was thinking higher levels of commitment, but it talks about higher levels of teachings. Anytime we go through a huge ascension, we go into a new level of teachings and understandings, because we've gotten the understanding, so now we get new understandings. I currently I was supposed to do it yesterday, but yesterday was very busy. I got the call this week that my Archangel Metatron oracles had arrived. Again, I specially requested them from a particular person, because all I buy from them is sage, but I like to, I'm grateful to give you more service. I just don't have any service. They don't sell my oils and shit. There's, so I purposely didn't get them from Isis bookstore, and I went over there. But as I was thinking about it, Isis has an enormous section devoted to Santeria, and a lot of Latinos have come to me about this egg thing. They do a cleansing with an egg. It's a big thing, and I don't know nothing about it. It's my job to inform myself instead of walking around saying, I don't know, I can't help you. I can help you. I could probably do it better if I understood what the practice is, and that's what I was talking about last night. The book that I was going to read to you today at some point, obviously not right now, and I still haven't got it out. Give me a minute. Where are you, Jason Miller? Practical? Hold on. It's serious now. I gotta get into the bed. I'm kind of worried now. I don't know where this book is. Seriously, I haven't seen it for a while.
Doesn't mean it's not in there, it just means I haven't read it. What the fuck? I'm about to rip up my whole fucking book supply in about 2 seconds. Really? That's weird. The goddess. It must be in my summer.
Oh my god, please don't make me open all of Pandora's box right here, right now. If I do it, then I'm gonna find something else that I don't know I'm looking for. That's what they're making me do. Psychic development, which book? It should be right fucking now. Okay, holy water. It really should. But yet it's not. Alright, I'm taking them all out so I can read them perfectly. The Order of the Melchizedek, St. Mary, Islam Gods, Goddess Bless, Celtic Way, Bhagavad Gita. I guess I'm telling you all my books that are in here. I'm going to find this fucking book. What the fuck? It's not a small book. What do Jews believe? Where was God when pagan religions? Essential Kabbalah, From Nothing to Personhood, Book of Lilith. Holy Spirit, you are welcome here. Before I get mad at you. The story of Martin Luther King. We need to read that some more. Reincarnation, self-realization, Suri Isapanasad, we haven't even touched. The Journey to the Other Planets. Come on, God. Where is it? This is almost creepy that this book is in here. I keep all of my spiritual shit together. I'm very organized. Oh, it's sitting on the other side with the goddesses and all that. Okay. Well, at least I told you about some of what I own. I teach you everything, and that's what it is. I don't have shit about Santa Muerte. I have nothing about that culture. I really, eventually, will get in deeper to Hindu, or to voodoo, and all of those roots of shit. But I have to have a general knowledge for it to be a general, speaker. This is what we were talking about last night. So, again, he believed that he was under some kind of magical attack based on his preference of spirituality prior to where he is now. He thinks he's being haunted by his previous spiritual practices. Was Santa Muerte. He's like, I used to pray to that bitch and I think she's out to get me. Okay, obviously he's on something. I know this. I'm told you. I don't have to tell you that people around here be on some drugs and shit. It was totally weirding out. But it was what he came to me. You don't understand. It's their spirit. Has no peace. It brings them to me. I said, wait. And in essence, it was a form of God. Go talk to her, because she needs to learn about this so she can help people. And realistically, I can't help you if I don't know what the fuck you believe. And that's just kind of how it is. I don't practice coven shit and all that shit that witchcrafts do. But I do teach people the very foundation is, in the beginning was, you couldn't have, they believe shit like they sold their soul. You can have no ownership over your soul. But if you believe it, then there your soul is. I can teach you to believe something different, and that's what it is a lot of people believe they're condemned or cursed for their beliefs. And that's not true. You can change your belief and still keep your honor to what you believe to begin with. Realistically, you don't have to give up your dark goddess to be Christ-like. You don't have to give up your dark practices. You know what I mean? And that's the whole exposure of the dark to the light. It's like, we were told that this was dark, number 1, 2, and 3, and that we were condemned for what we were doing. And yes, we witnessed those that did harm with the powers that they were given, and we see that inside of the church. How many fucking priests know a priest that fucking molests children? But he can't say shit, because it's a loyalty to the fucking community, correct? 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 Because what they do is they run to another priest. Who else are they going to tell? They tell another priest. So anyways, this all started, that book, I read it to you. I recommend you get that because you're gonna, in the spiritual world, once you become spiritual, people think that, you have that ability to do cleansings, and I do. But I taught people in the beginning, and that's what I do all day, is we can clear our aura. But it's our actual Merkaba, which comes back from him. It's our energetic field. You could say, for whatever fucking reason, that, and think about it, I was in full, absolute meditation I was in full devotion of how I do devotion. And he's seen it. He watches me. He's been watching me the whole time. So this is just normal to him. And that's what it is. Things that I do that might scare a regular person, the more they see it, the more it becomes normalized. Oh, she's just doing her thing. And that's like, you know your local crackhead. Oh, he's just doing his thing. At first, I was scared of that, Nick, but, he ain't gonna hurt nobody. And that's just it. After they see it, that's how something becomes normalized. It's surprising and shocking the first time you see it. And automatically, you're afraid and you don't like it. But then the more you see it, the more it gets that. So think about this. I'm in full devotion. If you've ever, you'll have to see me do it, but that's what I do, morning, noon, and night. When I'm in full devotion, I'm sitting there dancing in a meditative state, so my legs are crossed, and I am swaying and dancing and moving my hands in mantras. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing mantras with my fingers. And there's, it could be day or night, and I'm usually burning herbs. My eyes can be open or closed, but I'm completely tranced out. In that moment, underneath the moon, with all of that, I have my candles, my herbs, my everything. Here he comes. And I was like, the audacity to break into my spirit. But what did he bring into that moment of meditation? A new spirit. Santa Muerte. That's what he came to with. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about the goddess. I thought it was a goddess. I didn't know that it's nothing more than a spirit. And it's a spiritual practice. So in the middle of meditation and me asking to receive my new information, it comes. And here's the bearer. And I spoke about that yesterday. Here comes the cup of love. You look at who's bringing it, but the message or the messenger, and you automatically disregard the message. So this morning I'm on a spiritual quest. So I told my daughter when I walked in, I gotta go on a spiritual quest. You wanna go with me? She's like, right now? I was like, well, I'm gonna do a reading, and that gives you time to get ready, and then I'm getting ready, and we're gonna go. What do we gotta do? Well, I gotta go pick up my new oracles, because and that's why I said, why didn't you get them when you first started working with them? Because I needed understanding. I couldn't. By the time I read the cards, it's nothing more than confirmation to what I've already experienced. I have to have the information before I can teach the information. So even though I've never opened these cards or seen these cards other than in the store, I know now that I have internally the knowing to give the knowing from those cards. So it's that time, meaning I told you I was shifting away. I had completed his lesson. I had completed that, and that's where I moved into Neptune. Now, as we go into the dark season, we'll start learning dark practices as well. And it'll say it in here, watch. In this one, which is these, it says this. I went straight to it. Tradition, ceremony, awakening. The teacher card refers to to the sacred within the spiritual lineage. Tradition or teaching. And that's what I said. I don't know I don't know the tradition. I was raised a white girl, bro. It is time to step up and begin. Is it time to step up and begin to share your wisdom and gifts with others? Alternatively, it may be, and that's it. If you prayed to this saint, and now you feel the saint with you all the time, why does it have to be bad? You just feel a dark presence around you. That's me. Or light, depending on what it is. It doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you feel the heaviness of the spirit. That's all. Alternatively, it could be time to seek out a spiritual healer or teacher, and that's what that person did. The teacher invites you to connect with a supportive spiritual community or partake in a sacred ceremony. We talked about those sacred ceremonies and what we do and how I do them all the time. You're welcome to help to join me on the next one. God hasn't pieced it together, but I will be somewhere in nature burning a log. That's all you have to do for the Yule, is sit together and burn a log. So I do the gingerbread houses with the kids during that time. And I just found already made gingerbread houses in my stores. Really? Yes. They have them already made, and all you have to do is decorate the bitches. That's so much better than making them and decorating them, because they fall apart while you're making them. You have to let them dry.
You do it right.
Yeah.
Put the icing on the bottom of the...
I don't give a shit. We're going to have them already made. They even have them in cars and stuff like that. And all you got to do is decorate the bitches. So we're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. That's a tradition. We burn a Yule log. And we do some fucking Christmas caroling. Realistically, whatever song you want to sing, bro. Just don't make it stupid. Don't sing a Russ song. His songs suck. Take that one up. Anyways, that's what that is. This card may refer, and it's going to be a new moon. right? So there's a whole bunch of ceremonial things we'll do for this, but that's basically what are we celebrating? A season, a new season, an end of season, all of this. The card may refer to a spiritual awakening, okay? And then I wouldn't be doing my job without saying the reverse possibility says clinging to what no longer serves you. Challenging accomplishment, beware of false gurus. And that's what it is. I know nothing about what they've been teaching you, bro. Let me go find out if this is real. I've had multiple people come up to me and tell me something about a cleansing with an egg. Now, I know the eggs, because I have the eggshell. I have a goose. My kids brought me a goose egg, and it's grounded up and mixed in my special ceremony bag. I know there's power behind the egg, because that's the representation of the phoenix, too. But I don't know what this is. And that's what it is. I owe it to the people to be able to... Do you know anything about Santa Muerte? I look dumb saying no. I look uneducated, because that's what I am. I am the teacher, right? So I need to know what people are taught. It's just a spiritual awakening. So that's what I'm going to do this morning, is go get some basic information. And realistically, I'm going to ISIS for that. And that's why I'm like, fuck. Why? Because that's so many places. They're all in the same way, sort of. Really? Yeah, because Lotus is on Colorado down by me. So I hit the Lotus bookshop and go all the way cruising through Colorado, literally, up to Herbs and Arts. And then as I come back, I can hit, fucking... Shut up! They're singing in my head. I can hit the ISIS bookstore. My posse's on Broadway. Really? Yeah, I sound like a total Lyft driver, don't I? Yeah, they already planned my route. Seriously? That's what I was like, I'm going on a spiritual quest. Yeah? And that's where it is. And why so many places? Because I'm frugal. Remember? They told us be frugal. My precious. Really? Yeah, but let me tell you how it reads in this card. I don't have time for this. I just want to say on temperance. Okay. You turn to that card a lot. And the King of Pentacles. But what are we going into? The Queen of Pentacles. Yule. The Crone. This is what we're going to. Look. Mine brings gloom and death. Right? So we're going to light a fire and welcome the death season. This is another thing. She brought in the Saint of Death. But if we read of it, just the Google search of it is, it's a benevolent saint, just like all saints were. Yeah. What happened to Krampus? Really? Yes. She is, this is our energy. So those that are pulling the pentacles, we've been in the pentacles. And that's what I said. Oh, Malcolm's coming for your pentacles. Realistically, it happens. It's just shit. Because there's, right there, Caillech, the daughter of Winter. And this is Samhain. This is, she comes right before. But it's just Pantheons. Really? Yeah, let's go to the Hierophant. That's where we're supposed to be. It's just where I want to be. Dude, Nate Dogg is so heavy. Is it like his birthday or something? He's singing so loud in my head. Really? Like everything. Every song. Alright, this talks about, it is said when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The elder provides spiritual knowledge and guidance with a sacred structure framework that helps lead you. And that's where all the dark is coming from. That's why I'm back with all the spirit guides and I can see them. I'm going into a lower vibration to learn this information. That's why. She's a bringer of death, so now we're right in the spirit world again. They brought me back to the spirits. And I'm so grateful because they're all over me. Really? I missed you guys. It's like such a big spiritual hug. I mean, they're always there, but I'm like, hey, it's you. And it's you. And that's what I said last night. All these guys came in and it's like, you're going to the Bone Show. Are you going to be there? Like, what are we doing? We're going to jam. Jam on it. Come on. Seriously? The whole fucking rap nation's going there. Yeah, everyone from the underground. Shut up, Chalk. I'm down with the underground. I'll get around. You hear them, bro? I can't even stop them. This is their vibration, bro. It's that. When you get into certain vibrations, you're part of the spirit realm. So Santa Muerta has to do with the spirit realm. And by going in there, we're going in. I'm going in with all my boys, though. It's going to be fun in there. Anyways. Spiritual knowledge and guidance to the structured framework that helps you lead you to your spiritual goal. It can also be a wise counselor or friend who gives you invaluable advice, and this too can be divine help sent through human agency. It's that guy. And realistically, he freaked me out. I probably freak everyone else out. You know, that's where they're trying to make me feel bad. You blew this whole thing up. And I was like, and that's why they're like, he just wanted to mess with you. And at the same time, that was a good thing. It was an awakening too. It's like every time this dude comes around, stay over there, dude. Seriously, these dudes, bro. They'll just be delivering the fucking message, bro. And I'd be like trying to destroy them. I don't know how that feels, right? You may be projecting. Hey, I'm doing to you what people do to me. I apologize, but just stay over there, dude. I don't play around with this shit. I get around. Stop playing around. All right. The elder indicates traditions in an education. You may be the initiated. Excuse me. He may be the initiator into a secret doctrine, but the card can also indicate rite of passage, such as a baptism, marriage, funeral, starting college, or graduation. Really? Mm-hmm. And that also goes back to the Princess of Pentacles that I just showed you. Why? Listen. Listen here, Linda. Let's see. He or she may be a spiritual teacher or advisor, friend or lover. They are reserved, gentle, empathetic, perhaps mystical, but trustworthy and hardworking. He or she, where was this? Oh, yeah. Study is indicated in this card. It also can mean college courses or evening classes, but it can also signify the study of mysticism. And I told you last night, this is Caillech season. Caillech. The study of you see it up there? The study of mysticism, particularly those branches associated with earth magic such as paganism, druidry, heathenism, Wiccan, and witchcraft. Okay, I still haven't got fully into the druids because that's all dream world and they'd be fucking... I picked up one book one time and they fucked up my head. Really? Yeah. I picked up one oracle of druidry and I got all fucked up in the head and I put it right back down. It's like, don't smell that perfume, it'll fuck you up. Something like that, dude. That's how fast I can get a download. I don't know nothing about heathenism. We can go into that later. But right now we're going into Sateria. I don't practice on it. Anyways, it could be a person in your life who's dedicated to attaining knowledge and wisdom. And that's it. A spiritual teacher or advisor. That's me. I'm in my pentacles. I'm pentaclesing. I heard this tarot reader say that. I can't stand that tarot reader. Gosh, you guys, she was another fake one. She was all about that dark shit. She was all projecting. So that's where we're at. We're going on a spiritual quest. We're having an awakening. We're learning new information. Which part of spirituality would you like to learn? Something I'm already teaching? That's kind of dumb. Why don't you learn something new and teach me? That sounds like fun. Realistically, yeah. There's stuff I don't know. And it's my job to know so that I can teach those that don't know. But there's lots that you know that I don't. Oh, Ace of Cups. No action. Oh my God. Becky, we're taking action in our love space, in our heart space. But it also means sensual, loving sexiness. Really? I think so. Action of Swords? Nope. Action of Wands. Whoa, we're getting some action around. Everybody is but me. What am I doing? I'm on spiritual quest, people. That was a Six of Swords. Haters, I'm going on a spiritual quest. After that, what? I'm going to sit there with all my information and do laundry. There's a way to soul search. Such a fucking house bitch. Damn it. I just want to fucking set it all on fire and wear robes. What am I looking for? The cups. There they are. 6. 10. Mastery. No. Nurture. No. Action. See? I told you. Emotional romance. Emotional romance inflow. Juicy loving action. Sharing love freely. Flow. Making love. Last time this card, dude, this card can get you laid. I've seen it happen to me under the full moon of Aries. It's a powerful energy, bro. Really, if you believe in it, it can happen. Grace and gratitude. Maybe that's the only time a year I'd ever get it. When I'm in my bag. Just kidding. It was the perfect energy for such craziness. Why? Scorpio and stuff. Sensuality, feeding your imagination, a charming romantic person. Ooh, I'm calling in love. Why? Because we talked about it last night. It came up in the shadows. It's like where you have blockages. I'm not really receiving love at this time. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to receive. And that's like, are you ready to receive? The guy is, that was God's love. It was God's message. It was, God sent me through this fucking guy that I didn't want. I've been avoiding. Does this all the time. I can run, but I can't hide. I just want you to know. The spirit will take any form to get through to me. Anyways, it says a charming romantic person, a spiritual path. That sounds like me. I'm on a spiritual path. All right, reverse possibility is you're disconnected from reality and being moody. Listen here, Professor Modi. Just kidding. What's at the bottom? Oh, it's Mama Quill. I told you that's who I was. The world. Really? Yeah, isn't she beautiful? Aren't I beautiful? It's the end. Not the teacher, or the world. Justice, death, devil, the star, the sun, liberation, the world, completion, wholeness, potential. Life is a cynical experience, but as the world turns, so does our lives. Something in your life has reached a meaningful completion or soon will. See, I've completed my time with him, and now I can take that knowledge and wisdom and move on, and now I'm learning a new study. We do this outside and inside, bro, but it comes from the inside. Where'd you get this from? Inside, praising the moon. That's how it all happens. Where did fucking Metatron come? I was stuck in this. I was not stuck. I felt uncomfortable when I got there. I mentally, I didn't know where I was. And it took a long time to ground myself into this new reality of what I was being shown and how I felt inside. And that's, you can see what happened. I started listening to classical music. You saw the huge change. I would wake up every morning and play fucking thug-ass music. I'll fucking kill you, and I'm gonna get, and your karma's gonna get you, and I pray to God, and this and that. And then I got into this level with him, and I couldn't even take that kind of intensity anymore. I couldn't be in those two feelings at once. I had to just sit in a calm and quiet place in order to take in what I was being given, which was basically I was put in the light. How did that happen? I promise you, I bought that book, the Mary Magdalene book, and then I had a couple of experiences where I tried to love Bobby. I can show you that every time I open up my heart, instead of being so heartless and cold towards people, and especially men, when I give them a chance, I get into these higher levels of love, which are conscious errors where there's an ascending master, angel, or guide in there to teach me how to love. Shut up, Lil Wayne! Gosh, he's next, bro. Ooh, could be an Aries. Just take the leap of faith. Sorry. These are great cards. Holy shit. You see all these great cards. Is that the 9 of Cups? No more 10 of Wands. I don't gotta carry all this baggage by myself. Good God. These are great cards. Really? Yeah. Lil Wayne is for sure coming on this journey with us, guys. What's in your cup? Don't worry about what's in my cup. It's a cup of love. Come here, I want to love you. Really, that's how this happens. That's all this happened since day one, and it did start with Bobby. I had these feelings for someone, and I had to break my pride. Ain't nobody gonna break my stride. Can't nobody hold me. No, nobody could hold me. Could stop this. It took months, different stages, different people. It's harder for me to break my pride, to break my saddlebags and to go over and talk to this person and be nice to this person and show this person some love in the name of God. Fuck you, God. I ain't talking to that motherfucker. That's me. You think you're too good? No, I just don't want to deal with the problem. It's not even about that. Really? Yeah. So that's how this happens. Every time you listen to God and you open your heart. So that was, the whole story started with him, and it was after him where I refused to open up, or he refused to open up. Then God made me open up to another one and to another. And he tests me on days like, go show Russ some love. Motherfucker, please. Motherfucker's talking crazy, saying I should quit. I tell God motherfucking hate you. Go suck my motherfucking dick. Really? Especially when it comes to that kid. Sometimes, though, and then that's where it is. After a while, I gave in to loving Russ. Scared the shit out of him. He stopped fucking with me, and I realized that's all it took. All it takes is fucking to love Bobby real hard, and he'll stop fucking with me. And as I sent him the message yesterday, it's like every time you do it, when you don't choose me, it forces me to choose me. And I fall more in love with me than you. I didn't say that, but that's what that means. It's like when you leave me alone, then I'm stuck with just me, and that's good for me. It's when you guys come in that I got to really work at it. And that's what I said. As much as I manifested being, what did that mean? God made me sit there and think about the possibility of being with Russ and how great that could be. And I spent a lot of time thinking about it. That's what it meant. I was afraid that those thoughts were going to actualize. I had spent way too much time fantasizing about a friendship and a relationship with this man. And I was terrified it was really going to happen someday. And if that happened, I'd have to be... It doesn't matter what I act like here. I've got to be better to you. It's just a show almost. It's like, are you going to talk to him like that? I mean, when I'm face to face with you, I have to really be the best version of me. And so if I would have got put in a position with Russ, that was my biggest fear is, fuck, he's my biggest problem. Like, I'd really loke up on him all the time, and I'd have to really get a hold of my masculinity to make something work with this guy without choking him out all the time and calling him a bitch all day. To really be loving towards him how it is inside of my heart would take so much mind power over my body. And it's just my flex, me flexing on people, and especially him. So that was my biggest worry, is like, fuck, if Russ came at me one day and that was it, it's like, I'm always afraid of that, because he'd be the hardest for me to love. It's not that I don't love him, it's that I'd have to control myself and stop being such a bitch to him, which is so comfortable to me. I have fun bitching at him. I can't really do that to him when but from afar, we can just sit there and, shoot arrows at each other and have fun with it, but not in the home. I'm not going to sit there and do that to your face all the time, and that's where it really is. So going back to it, it's like, I dodged one hell of a bullet. Every time you guys run home, I can be free. You know what I mean? Wolfman putting that girl on his back, that took him off of my chest. I don't even got to think about you no more, bro. And what that means is my brain starts thinking about loving someone else. You make it easy. I don't have to think about how much work I'd have to do to love you. You said no, so now I can think about loving someone else. But it's always about loving. You know what I mean? You saying no made it easy for me, because I would have had to work hard to be good for you. And that's where it is. And it's like, and that's why you said no, is because you would have had to work hard to be good for me. That's fine. We ain't got to do the work then. But I'm going to have to, and that's what I realized with Bobby, and with each and every one of them, I had to do all of this work to learn how to be a better person for whoever that person is. And I'm going to have to use all this training every single day. Really? Yeah, not because of the person, but because of what has happened in my life. I get triggered quite easily by everything. Everything about this world can bring up pains and sufferings from my past. So I've had to spend at least the last 3 years by myself learning what my triggers are, how I react, and how to act differently when things outside make me feel uncomfortable. So being in an intimate relationship, Bobby we can be in a relationship, we can be talking, and anything he says will bother me. He's seen it and I've seen it. Anything any of them do bothers the shit out of me. I'm bothered. Not really by you, but I'm just a bothersome energy. And that's what this is about, is not being so bothered. Not letting everything in the world bother you to where you won't go out in the world and you won't deal with people because it all bothers you. You have to learn to become less bothered by the world so you can be part of it. And that's what it is. It's like, the training. So, and it can happen anytime, and I've got to learn. First off, I didn't know this bothered me until now. I'm all fucking bothered, and I didn't know I was going to act that way until now I'm all bothered and I'm acting a fucking fool. I've just become aware that, A, I'm bothered, and this is how I act. Give me a minute to process this. And that's what they have witnessed but don't really understand. They see me fully healed until I'm bothered, and I act a fool again. This is subconscious. This is a subconscious pattern that I was fully unaware that this is how I act prior to these days, because I haven't been in this situation prior to right now. I have lost my memory. I don't know that these things hurt or bother me until they happen again. And that's the never-ending journey of healing. I look like I'm fully put together until something comes and bothers me. And then I've lost my grounding and I'm crying, and now I'm stuck in a past trauma that I have to heal over something that just happened. You said something that sparked some kind of pain inside of me, and now I'm acting kind of foolish at you because I am stuck in a childhood trauma and a childhood trauma response towards you. You have no knowledge of this unless you know me personally. But you need to stand back and give me a minute to identify it. I don't need you to tell me I'm being childish. I'm watching it happen. It's flowing, and I'm in here paying attention to it. I can't fully stop it without knowing what is about to happen. And that's the free flow of the shadow. A part of me is about to come out that I don't know, and it's going to be pretty ugly, and it might be hurtful towards both of us. I need to see this. Otherwise, it could come out any other time, too. This is an opportunity for me to heal some shit. I'm sorry that you're witnessing it and that your words just triggered it, but it was going to come out, whether by you or anyone else. And that's where I'll get to a place where I don't want to go outside, because everybody's triggering me. I am like, one person will say something and now I'm in a trauma. And I just healed it, and I go outside, another person says something, and now I'm in a trauma. That's how this was. The awakening was awakening to my own pain and suffering through the mirror of the people outside of me. And that's what I try to teach you. That's what Carl Jung and a lot of these heavy level teachings are about, is the reflection. Yeah. So, you know, not wanting to be in a relationship with me frees me from the real hard work that it takes. And what I'm really fighting for is to be in a relationship. Every time you walk away, it gives me a chance to breathe, because that's the real hard work of what I'm here to do, is to be in a lasting, strong relationship. So I sabotage them for my own peace of mind, because I'm just not ready for it. And that can be, you know, it's not about riding. It's like, you know, I push you away. That's the push and pull. I really want this, but I don't really want to put in all that work right now, because it's just going to be not hard work. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am. When it came down to it, is it really hard to love Russ? No, it's just hard for me to accept him based on the way I think he should be acting. And that's just prejudgment and you know, things like that. You have to take that off. Just let them be. Love them for who they are and let them grow. Bro, I'm gonna cut your fucking fucking leaves off. Really? Yeah. It's hard. And that goes back to Kobe. He asked me all those months ago, how come you're always running away from relationships? Because it's not worth the work. It takes a lot of work to be in a relationship, and I don't want to work that hard. With you? No, with myself. All you're doing is living, but it sparks all kinds of feelings and thoughts in me that make me uncomfortable about the way you live, and I don't want to be around you and think this way or feel this way. So I'd rather just live all by myself and not care what people are doing in their own little bodies and lives. And that's where it goes back to. I'm not going to put myself in the place of this girl that made up that big-ass lie. I could spend 10 years trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. And that's simple shit. Like, he'll say something to me. I was like, why the fuck did you say that? You're fucking my head up. I'm going to spend the next 3 hours trying to understand your psyche and why that came out your mouth. And it wasn't even necessary to give this that much thought. But that's what happens in my head. I'm like, oh, don't make me think. And that's what happens. You come close and my brain starts analyzing you and your intentions. It gets in the way of just an experience. I'm trying to, you know, read you through the mind instead of just that. And that's the hard part. And that's what I said. The last time I saw Bobby, my mind didn't turn on the whole time. I just was able to just sit there and experience what he was saying and what was happening without thinking about what he was saying and what was happening. It's a very different experience when you're not processing it, you're just experiencing it. You have to get to a certain place of safety where you can just feel that way, though. And that's how I choked in January. I was literally thinking about it too hard. Really? Yeah, you got to get out of your mind. These were some great cards. In the essence of things are coming to an end. There might be a juicy lover out there. Taking a leap of faith. That's you're in your divine feminine. Having strength. And the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, about going after what your heart desires. Again, and that's what I was scared about. I was like, Wolfman, if this turns on, if I let this turn on, if I get to a place where I break my ego and I've come to a place that I want to love you, I can't stop it, and it's almost terrifying for both of us. I want to say it's shameful, but it's actually quite lovely, and people think it's amazing, the type of shit that I do when I'm in love. It's not... I'm a loving spirit. I just have to let myself fall in love with the idea that's given to me. I can fall in love with anything. if I let myself. I'm full of love. And so are you. But what stops me is all this hatred towards everything. Do I really hate things? No, it's just a word, and we need a better word to describe it. But it's my negative outlook towards everything that stands in the way of me loving everything. As you work through it, it's like I used to hate fucking being outside, and I used to hate the sun, and I used to hate this, and you learn to love the things you hated, or have love for it, through this whole process. And it's little parts of your heart waking up. Your heart is in love with an idea, and it wants you to go towards that idea. And the more you do it, the more you fall in love with yourself, and the more you have love for this guiding force that's guiding you, which is God. Really? That's how my whole awakening starts. And that's it. I didn't act out on that guy, and I didn't go ballistic on that guy. I met him, he came to me, and I was very kind and stuff. I was just kind of seriously blown away. I didn't meet him with hatred or anger or fear or, judge him for what had happened. I just accepted. I mean, I was very weirded out, but I accepted the conversation and gave what I could to it. And that led to something else, which is my spiritual growth. So that's what I'm going to do today, and that's how it starts. It's just a calling in your heart, and it turns into an adventure. You're on a spiritual quest. Am I? I told you. I'm going to go find some basic information about Santa Muerte, our new spiritual journey. I'm going to go pick up my oracles for Metatron so we can close up where I've just came from. Or basically, for some of you, and I'll give you the cards will only come as confirmation for what I've been trying to explain was happening in this dimensional reality in my mind with this angel. Right? So I'm going to, as I'm closing it, I'm actually opening it up to you. And as I'm doing that, I'm opening myself up to something else. Really? So that's that world card. And as far as the oils, yeah, I need to I don't know. I hate going that way. But I might. Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to go get the oils today. Really? I've just been putting it off. That I feel when I have to. It's kind of dangerous to be riding dirty down Colfax, if you know anything about it. What's Colfax? The oldest running road in all of Colorado. It runs all the way east to west. It's Highway 6. Yeah? Really? Look it up. It's like, it's old Highway 6. It runs all the way across. It's a true story. And if you ride it all the way into the mountains, it leads you to the spiritual grounds. I don't know if I'm going up that way, but it is. It's right up Colorado to Colfax. That's usually what I do. We'll see. We'll see. But anyways, that's what we're going to do today, is learn some more stuff. I taught you what you need. I got that book at Herbs and Arts. And really, it was stupid. I bought this book first because in the very beginning, I have POC and I'm doing all kinds of necromancy, and I want to tell people what's happening, that I'm talking to spirits. I'm talking to dead people. So I buy this book. In the first fucking page, bitch, I swear to God, I open the book and I start reading it to them, and it says, do not read this book. Who is he? All of my books are guided by spirits. This one is guided mostly by Astroth. I could pull his card from the demon cards. The first spirit I ever conjured, with his who has held up her end of our pack for more than 30 years. The goddess Hecate. Who's that? Me. They pray to me. They knew me. They know me. They just don't know I'm here in the flesh. Who revealed the profound and detailed training that that has now reached more than thousands of students. Saint Cyprian, Martyr, and Magnus. Those are all saints that I know nothing of. Sorcerers and saint who helped me reconcile the forces of Christianity and diabolism that have pulled me since I was a child. All right, and then so it starts right here, and right away he tells you have to read the other book. Right here. It says you have to, who cares? He says you have to get the Protection and Reversal Magic book before you do this stuff. So we stopped this book, we read the whole other book, and then we started reading this book, according to his teachings, because he said it was best. I follow the fucking rule if I feel it, and most of them I'll tell you, don't do this. Just like that Morgan chick last night. I don't fuck with her. She is a priestess to the Morgan. She does not understand the power that she deals with. She creates her own spells, and she just gives them freely. And with the wrong heart, you can open up the wrong gate. If you're not solely intended on only accessing the Morgan, you could access something, you know what I mean, of the dark that you're not supposed to. It's not to say that the light isn't there. They'll protect you while you're in this dark realm, but now you're in their realm. You open a Ouija, God's sitting there watching you, but at the same time, you open the doors to hell. He's going to allow you. That's that free will. He allows you. He'll clean up all your messes, but he's not going to stop you from making a mess. That's not fully how God works. He believes, and he's seen it time and time again. We learn from our mistakes. He allows us the room to grow by making mistakes. And that's why you have to be that's what it takes to be a good parent. You can't Nemo them. You can't bubble wrap them. I can't tell my daughter never ever to drink because you're a Native American and you come from two bloodlines of alcoholics and drug addicts. I can't pound that on her enough. All I can tell her is, one day in this world you will be asked and tempted to drink. This is how you'll feel in the beginning, and this is why they continue after. You must be careful because what lies in your blood is a hard fight to stop it. If you start it, you'll have to fight the fight to stop it, like the rest of us. And a lot of people have lost that battle. There's people that cannot stop what they have started. And that's it. You know, my oldest daughter, her dad's an alcoholic. My son started to drink and he couldn't stop it. And now he doesn't drink. That's what he says. He's about to come off parole, and I hope he doesn't fuck it up. But, probation, I think, is what he said. Excuse me, not parole. That's what it is. If you start this, it's going to be very hard to stop. God is with you, but you're taking on a battle of humanity. You're not alone in this battle, and many have fought that battle before, but understand, this becomes a battle. Drugs, alcohol, sex, greed, all of it becomes a battle of the wits. And that's what we're here to do, is overcome the desires of the flesh. We all desire such things. We desire power. We desire recognition, admiration, all of that. It will drive you to death to fulfill that desire, that need, that want. I must have this. You know, Lewis Hamilton, his desires are so, you know what I mean? You can see that what you would think is a healthy desire to be successful in a career, how it can damage and destroy your entire life. And yet you see him as like, well, he's still got all the money. He's not. He's mentally ill, bro. And that's why he gets along with people like Kanye. They're mentally ill about their success. And that's what they showed was wrong with Diddy. What's wrong with Russ? He's mentally ill about his success, proving his success. What happened to Marshall? He's mentally ill about his success. He has to prove to you how successful he is on the outside by his words. How many of you are mentally ill about your success? It's an illness of your mind that makes you work, that makes you sacrifice the ones you love and the life you have in order to prove success to a bunch of nobodies. It's not worth it, bro. I mean, you think it is, but what is it? All the money. Kanye supposedly had billions of dollars. Lewis, millions. All of the people I'm talking about. Russ is supposedly a millionaire himself. But it's not giving them what they want. They want the fucking pride to tell you that to show you. They need a trophy or something to show you what success looks like. But it won't bring happiness. It just brings pride. The fallen man is pride. Anyways, hey, take that spiritual journey and awakening. There's a million ways to learn about God. What this means is find another way to learn about God. You may have only known one way of God. Learn more. There's a million paths to God. You need all the pantheons to fully understand God. Go learn some fucking herbs. Go learn some oils. It might be time for you to pick up your first tarot. Pick up an oracle. Go pick up a book of any religion. You heard all the weird ones I have. I have books in there we haven't read. And then going back to Martin Luther King. Jesus. That's what I mean. Was he a Holy Spirit? No. He became a Holy Spirit through life. And will always be honored as a Holy Spirit. Just like Nipsey. Just like Pop. Just like fucking DMX, bro. They're forever. It wasn't the job. It wasn't their music. Yeah, their music lasts, but it was the lasting effect of what they had on humanity. And that's it. It's like, you know, Kanye's known across the world for being, it wasn't even music that made it. An anti-Semitic fucking racist. That's what they know you as in countries, as an anti-Semitic. You are known around the world as being the biggest hater of religions and people and cultures. That's what you're known for. You're known on fucking on the internet for being, you know, a clown. The kids know you. There goes Kanye. In a joking way. They don't honor you, bro. You are now, it has nothing to do with music anymore. Or fashion or anything. You may have made a name for yourself, but know what they're really calling you, bro. Here comes Pac. Wonder why we call you bitch. It's like, you know, Marshall Mathers has made a name for himself as a rap god, but look at what he rapped about. That's what it is. It's like, do you guys know how you're being perceived? I know you're telling yourself every day when you put your makeup on and you look in the mirror that you're somebody, but do you know who you are to us? Nobodies who we think you are? The people you consider nobody that make you somebody? Do you know what we think you are? How you're being received? Anyways, yeah, dive into some shit and teach me some shit. I want to know some shit. I don't know everything. We're filling ourselves with the knowledge of the wisdom of the forgotten. What? The ancients. The real shit that mattered. Really? Yeah. Hey, I love yous. Laters. Have a great Saturn day. It's an awakening.